Hi, let's start. In the last session, we have discussed how we can use the parameter inside the function. And we have discussed how we can set the validate set, validate range, validate count, validate length, and the alias, right? So this is script we last discussed, right? Okay. So we'll continue with the same script. So we'll remove the alias for now. Now we'll make this parameter as a mandatory parameter. Mandatory parameter, if you remember, we discussed in one of the session. Okay. I'll just show you what we have discussed in get hyphen even log. Let us try get hyphen service first. So it is displaying the services, right? If we are doing the same way, get hyphen even log. So it is asking log name, right? So the log name is a mandatory parameter. Okay. So we need to provide the value here. Otherwise, it will ask us to provide the value. Let's provide application. Now it's working, right? So that is mandatory parameter. We can make this parameter like this. So now if you are just giving the get hyphen ping, see there is no server, right? So that's the reason it is showing server not available. So what we can do here, we can set this as a mandatory parameter. If it is a mandatory parameter, if you type get hyphen ping and if you press enter, it will ask us to enter the computer name, right? So we'll see that. We'll write parameter mandatory equal to true, right? Okay, let's close this bracket. Something wrong here. Okay, this double quote is not needed. Now we'll run the script. Now, if we just type get hyphen ping, okay. So it is asking for the computer name, right? See, now it is printed. So this is mandatory parameter. So let me run this once again. Nothing that we here. No need to give the para. It's not no need to give the parameter name. Okay, without parameter, we can just give the value alone. It will work, but some value should be there. Okay. So this is the parameter, right? Computer name. So we can give the value without parameter as well, right? So it will work, but some value should be there. See, some value should be there. It's clear, right? So I'll write one more option here. I'll put comma. What we are writing? Help message. Okay. Help message. Provide remote computer or server name to get the result. So we can just give some direction. Okay. So I'll show you how it works. I'll run this. Now it is loaded into the memory. So get hyphen ping. So here, right, you can see, right, type the exclamation question mark for the help. We'll try that. See, we are getting this message, right? What we have provided here in the script. Provide remote server name to get the result. Okay, it's clear, right? Now we discussed mandatory parameter. Okay, we'll see positional parameter. So if the parameter is positional parameter, we can give value without parameter. I'll just show you the example. We can give the value without parameter if it's a positional parameter. So get hyphen even log. So we are giving log name. Log name will give application, and we'll provide instance ID. Okay, instance ID is 1. We'll see the result. We got this result, right? When this both match, we got the result. In the application logs, it is searched for the instance ID 1, so it is printed here. Okay, so we'll give these values without the parameter. Get hyphen even log application and 1. Okay, how this command let know this application is log name and this is instance ID. This is printed here, right? So it has some position. Okay, how we can check the position for log name and instance ID? So we'll take get a hyphen help get a hyphen even log and the parameter will give log name. Okay, first one you can see record. This one we discussed sometime back. It is showing true, right? Why it is showing true? It is mandatory parameter. Mandatory parameter we already discussed, right? We know what is mandatory parameter. If it is true, this is mandatory parameter. Position is 0. The position for the application is 0. It will work 0, 1, 2 like this. Okay. So I'll type instance ID here. Let me check the position for instance ID. So this is not mandatory. It is showing false, but position is 1. So now you understood, right? How it's worked when we were not given the parameter name. We'll see that once again. Get hyphen name and log application. This is the 0th position. This is the first position. Okay. Whatever number we will give here, it will consider as an instance ID. Whatever we'll give here in the 0th position, it will consider as log name. Okay. Now it is clear, right? What is positional parameter? Okay. And one more thing. So get hyphen even log will give 1 here and the application here. See, we are getting the error, right? Because position is changed. But see here in the get hyphen even log, if we give the parameter, okay, instance ID 1 and the log name application. If we use the parameter, we can use this in any position. Okay, this is in 0th position. Now this is in first position, right? It will work. Why? We are using the parameter. If we are using the parameter, we can use this in any position. If not using the parameter, we have to use in the right position. Okay, now you got the difference, right? See, it is working now. Now we'll apply this logic, positional parameter logic in the script. We'll take the script. Okay, we seen one script, right? For finding the sum. Let's remove this for now. So we seen right how we have wrote mandatory here. The mandatory is true. The same way, we'll make this as a positional parameter. Position equal to 1. And we'll paste here. We'll make position equal to 2. And here the position equal to 0. 0th position, first position, and second position, right? We'll run the script. So get hyphen addition. So sum is in 0th position, right? I'll just type sum. That is the purpose of the script. Okay. So which we already discussed in the previous session, right? So then I will give first position, any number. I'll give 20. Then I'll give 10. The second number. Let me enter. So this is working, right? So what I do, I'll just change the position here. First position I'll give here, then second position here, then third position sum. We already defined, right? It should be in 0th position. We'll try like this. We are getting the error, right? Why we are getting the error? Position got changed. But when we use the parameter, we can use this into any position. Okay. Get addition. First number 20 and second number 10 and purpose is sum. See, this is working, right? When we are using the parameter, we can use this into any position. Okay. So you know, right, how we can find whether it is a positional parameter or not. We can use get hyphen help, then the commandlet. Then we need to give the parameter name, right? Okay. So we've seen mandatory parameter and positional parameter. We have named parameter as well. We'll see what is named parameter. Uh, See, we have to use the parameter and its value. Okay, it's kind of paired. I'll just show you. Get hyphen even log. Then we'll give application, or we can give system here. Then newest. Newest we can provide 2. Okay, this latest 2 even log will be displayed here. That is the reason we are using this, right? The newest. So let me enter. Okay, so it is displayed here, right? So this parameter and its value. Okay, so this is called named parameter. We should provide both this parameter and its value. Otherwise, it won't work, right? If we just provide newest, it won't work, right? See, it won't work. So let me check get hyphen help. Get hyphen even log. Then the parameter newest, right? So it is showing position is a named parameter. Okay. So the parameter name and value should be there. And if you use after and the before and all, right? So why we are using this? We discussed when we seen the event log, right? So why we are using after and before here? If we give after one date and time, we'll get the event logs only after that date and time. If we can do the same thing in before, if we define any date and time, we'll get the logs before that date and time. And if you want to take between after and before, you can define like that way. But for this, we need to give the value right after and before. Otherwise, it won't work. So this is called named parameter. So you can check like this way. Okay, you can see here person is named. Hope it's clear. There is one more parameter called optional parameter. Okay, we discussed this before, but I'm not sure whether I confused you or not during that time. But now you can listen. We'll make it clear. Okay. So we'll see optional parameter. So if I take get hyphen child item and we'll provide the path, then C drive. So it is listed, right? Whatever in the C drive, it is listed. I want to filter only the text file. So I'll just give like this star.txt. Now that is filtered text, right? So this is optional, right? See, without filter also we can run this. So filter we are using for some purpose for filtering the text file. So this is optional. This is not without this also this script will work. I mean this commandlet will work. But whenever we want to filter the dot text, we are using this parameter, filter parameter. So this is optional. Okay. Again, in the get hyphen even log system, we are using the news, right? So this is again the optional parameter. Okay. We already seen, right? That is named parameter as well. This is again optional parameter as well. So without a newest, it will work, right? This is optional. Whenever it's needed, we'll use it. Got the difference, right? Okay. Hope it's clear now. Now we'll see commandlet binding. Commandlet binding. Okay. This is commandlet binding. We already discussed, right? When we are using this commandlet binding in the function, this commandlet binding should be in the first position. Parameter will be in second position, right? If you are not using commandlet binding, parameter should be in first position. Okay. So this get the priority. If we are using this in the function, then only we have to use the parameter. You got the difference, right? Okay. So commandlet binding. Let's see. Okay. Let me open new console. I'll just put ctrl plus J. I'm just typing control plus J. Okay. J for Jack. Control J. Then I'll type function. Then I'll go for advanced function. This one. Okay. So here we'll get the syntax for the advanced function. Okay. This is the syntax for advanced function. So here it's the same we already discussed, right? Here all same. I'll show where we can see the difference here, right? Here begin, process and end. This one we already discussed when we seen for each hyphen object. This begin, process and end we already discussed when we seen for each hyphen object. This begin is not mandatory, it's an option, and end is not mandatory. This is an option. You can write something like beginning of the script or start script, something, or something in heading. Okay. Then bottom you can thank you or something in the bottom, whatever you want to convey the message. So this is not mandatory, but process block is mandatory. Okay. We'll write one example. We'll write one simple example to find the square of one number. Why we are taking a simple script to understand the logic. If we understand this logic, we can apply this anywhere in any complex script. Okay. So I'll replace here. So before that, why we are using commandlet binding, we need to discuss, right? If you run get hyphen service, sorry, get hyphen help, get hyphen service. So we are getting all this option, right? All this predefined option we are getting, right? So we can see the syntax, we can see synopsis and the description, everything, right? So if we are making any commandlet, custom commandlet, we have to leverage all these options, PowerShell options. Even we want to use this. Okay. This is the one, I mean, we are defining the function, right? We are making custom commandlet. That is custom commandlet we are making. See, you want to make one custom command to find the uptime, get hyphen uptime, or for the remote computers, we need to check get hyphen uptime, then remote computer or the local computer, whatever. Then we need to check the health check of the remote server or remote computer. So get hyphen health check, then you can give those computer name. So it will give you all the result whatever we have defined in the script, maybe uptime and the service status and the process utilization, memory utilization, all the things. Okay. So when we discuss WMA object and sim instance, we'll get more option how we can write the server health check script and all other things. Okay. Now we have discussed only basic commandlets, right? So after this, we'll discuss WMA and sim instance, all those things. Okay. So you have made one custom commandlet. Here it's will give get-square or something. Get-square. Okay. You want to store this. Okay. If you close this console, it will get vanished. You cannot use further get-square. So how we'll store this? We already seen the profile, right? In one of the session. How we can store this into the profile. If you have not seen that video, you can go and see that video. How we can store this into profile. So apart from profile, the better option is modules. Okay, we can save this as a module. Okay, so we can use this commandlet permanently, and we can uh, use the custom commandlet for getting the result from the remote computers or whatever. Okay, so modules also we'll discuss. Now you understood, right, why we are using commandlet binding. If you use the commandlet binding, we can leverage all the option. We use get-help, get-services, right? We are getting all these options. Same way we can use get-help, get-square. So for this, we need to fill this. Okay, what is a synopsis? What is a description? We'll see that. First, we'll write the script. We return, it's a commandlet binding. It's fine here. Then I'll remove all this and the parameter. Okay, let me remove all these things. We'll take one simple parameter, that's number. For number, we'll give data type as an integer. Then in process block, begin block is not required. We'll remove this. Okay, it's an optional. End also will remove for now. In the process block, this is the syntax for advanced function. Okay. In the process block, we'll take one number as an input, right? Number. Then to find the square, that number into the same number. We'll get a square, right? I'll take this into one variable. Write host or write output, you can write whatever. The square of number is square. It's clear, right? Let me run the script. So get -square, the number I'll give 5. So the square of 5 is 25. We are getting this right. Okay. So I'll try one more option. I want to take the values from the pipeline. I'll give 1, 2, 3. Then we'll give get-square. So it is not accepting the pipeline value, right? We've seen when we discuss where-hyphen object and all, right? It is taking the value from the pipeline. So it is why it is taking, because it supports pipeline values. Here also we can make how we can make this as a pipeline support. Okay, I'll write parameter and the bracket, then value from pipeline will set as a true. Now it support pipeline values. Okay, we'll see that. Let me close this. Let me run the script once again. See, now it is working, right? It is accepting pipeline values. This way you can modify, okay, based on our requirement. Let's fill this. What is a synopsis? It's a short description, okay? So this is a best practice. Whenever you're writing the script, you can fill all those things. Okay. So the other whoever using the script, they understand this clearly. What is the purpose of script? How we can use this? Synopsis, a short description to find the square. Okay. Long description, you can type something based on your requirement. This script help us to find the square. Okay. So the example, you can just give 1, 2, 3 pipeline, then get hyphen square. And the next example, you can give like this, get hyphen square number. Okay. So you can define here, you can write here, customize here. Okay. Run this. Now what we'll do, we'll take get hyphen help get hyphen square. See, we are getting get hyphen square, short description. Okay, it is not loaded. Why we are not getting this? Let me check. Let me load this once again. So get hyphen help, get hyphen square. See, we are getting the option right. Name get hyphen square, synopsis to find the square. Here is a syntax. We can make more efficient way. Okay, we can customize in such a way. Here, just see the just understand the logic. We have done this. We have provided only basic options. Okay. This is the description. This script help us to find the square. Okay. Here, get help, get hyphen square. To see the example, we can use that. Get hyphen help, get hyphen square. Example. See, example 1, example 2. It is showing here, right? Fine. So that's all in this session. Thank you.